Welcome to Sri Lanka. This is a country we've heard so many good things about and have dreamt of visiting for years. A small teardrop-shaped island off the coast of India, yet overflowing with culture, color and character. Known for its warm, generous people, its bold and unforgettable cuisine and its breathtaking variety of landscapes. From lush green highland tea fields to golden sandy beaches to dense jungle alive with wildlife. It's a blend of serenity and adventure, tradition and modern rhythm, a place that invites you in, slows you down and surprises you at every turn. We're going to take you all over the country and show you what to do, where to stay and how to have the best time possible. If you're planning a trip here or have always wondered what it's like, then this video is for you. Welcome to the perfect 2-week trip through Sri Lanka.
We have finally made it to Colombo, Sri Lanka. We arrived here yesterday from Greece. It was quite a long travel day and we landed at the airport. Everything went so super smooth there. Immigration was 5 minutes. We had our visas already and then our tour agency actually picked us up at the airport with a little welcome sign. For the next 3 weeks we are going to be traveling this entire country with a tour agency called India Someday. We've actually been following them on Instagram for about 6-7 years and they randomly reached out and said, guys, we want to plan you a trip to India and Sri Lanka, and we were like, oh yes! So here we are. We've checked into our first day on this trip. We'll be in Colombo for 2 nights and they've booked us this incredible hotel called Athma House. It is literally one of the most beautiful hotels we've ever stayed at. It's in the jungle. We're surrounded by squirrels and birds and insects and plants, and this is just such a glorious way to start our trip. We did not expect this kind of stay in Colombo. A lot of people skip Colombo, but we are not. We're doing 2 nights here. We have got the most incredible villa room here. We've got a massive bedroom, a private bathroom and a private dining area, and then a private balcony with a jacuzzi, my friends. This is super incredible. And on site there's a pool, there's so many dining areas, outside balconies. We're on a lake actually. It's so incredibly tropical here, and there's also a restaurant on site. So last night we had our first Sri Lankan meal for dinner. It was so extravagant. Oh, it smells amazing. Oh my word.
I wish you could smell this right now. We've ordered the traditional Sri Lankan curry and it came with a ton of different side dishes, and I've got the ginger and coriander chicken. Absolutely delicious. What an incredible start to this trip. We are blown away and we are so excited for the next 12 or 14 days. Woo!
This morning we woke up, had a breakfast in the dining room, and we've got a big day planned actually. Our driver is about to pick us up and we're about to explore this city. Let this adventure begin.
Colombo is Sri Lanka's bustling coastal capital. It's a mosaic of contrasts. Colonial era architecture standing beside sleek new towers, vibrant and chaotic street markets opening onto calm palm-lined promenades. We started our day off with a bit of sightseeing. We visited the Independence Memorial Museum and then had a wander through the historic colonial fort area, filled with interesting buildings, cafes and boutique stores. We visited the famous Red Mosque located in the Petta Market area. Its striking red and white candy stripe facade makes it one of the most photographed buildings in Sri Lanka. We actually went inside and enjoyed a free tour to learn a bit more. We were given gowns to wear which surprisingly smelled super fresh. Our guide spoke perfect English and told us about the history of the mosque, which was built in 1908. It was a serene, calming break from the chaotic yet captivating maze of color and sound of the market area outside. Okay, it's now the afternoon and we are on a food tour because that is the first thing we love to do when we get to a new country. So we've got our guide here from Sensory Experiences who India someday organized for us, so we are looking forward to trying all sorts of very interesting Sri Lankan eats. We started off with a bang, getting to try the delicious Sri Lankan mutton rolls, one of the best things we ate during the whole trip.
Okay, second stop, we've come to a beautiful bar that actually is like a microbrewery, and we are trying one of two of Sri Lanka's national drinks, the first being tea and the second being arak, alcoholic, and we're doing it in the shot form.
Like fire. Hey guys, what you laughing at over there? Tastes a bit like rum and whiskey mixed together. We took an afternoon stroll along the Gull Face Green. The vibes here were immaculate. I got to join in on a local game of cricket before trying some of the street food. We tried all sorts from chili pineapple and mango, cassava chips made from tapioca, similar to a potato. They were really good. To sponge sugar, a candyfloss-like treat sandwiched in pink rice paper. It was delicious. And lastly, the iso vadai, or prawn fritters, which were not so delicious, but I had to try them, for the vlog. And I am pleased to report that I didn't get sick. We popped in quickly to the mall at our guide's sandwich stand called Pango's. They were so good, we love a good toasty, and it was so cool to see the very modern side of Sri Lanka. We ended off at a local restaurant serving one of Sri Lanka's national dishes, the kotu roti, which is a stir-up of chopped flatbread, vegetables, eggs, and curry. Then lastly, because it's so hot and humid, we had to grab an ice cream for dessert to end off the perfect day out in Colombo.
Good morning, it's time to leave this gem of a place, one of our favorites ever in the world. We would easily travel back to Colombo just for this hotel. Athma House, fantastic. And not only that, Colombo is a really cool city, guys. I don't know why people would skip this one. We definitely recommend starting your trip 2-3 nights here. Really cool food scene. But anyway, let's get on to the next one. Sigiriya, a very famous spot.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Tim. Hi. How are you?
Zubair?
Zubair, yes.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for taking us.
How are you? Fine?
I'm very well, thank you.
Is this alright?
Go to the tuk-tuk? Sigiriya?
And meditation bowl, yoga.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Mind is relax. Good luck elephant and bowl and stick all together.
Okay,
Yeah.
8,000.
Yeah.
Quick stop. On the way to Sigiriya, we are here at the Rock Cave Temple. We didn't know what to expect. This place is unbelievable. It is so impressive. There are beautiful Buddhist statues inside the cave. There are intricate paintings, and it's just so lovely. We don't quite know what the history of this place is. We just know it's definitely worth the stop. Come and make the stop here, and make sure that you are totally covered. Girls, including your midsection. Guys, including your knees.
Oh my goodness, this is literal relaxing paradise. Wow.
Welcome to Kumbhakaha Villa in Sigiriya. Sigiriya is actually famous for the World UNESCO Heritage Site called Sigiriya Lions Rock. It's absolutely incredible. It's an ancient citadel on top of a giant, I think, granite rock. This entire area is so laid back and naturey. There are free roaming wild elephants everywhere, peacocks. The bird life is insane, and this property is truly one of serenity and luxury. We actually feel like we're in Africa on a safari right now. This is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
We've been shown our gorgeous room. We're going to have a dip in the pool quickly to cool down a little bit, and then later on we are going to have a Sri Lankan dinner here at the restaurant. And then it's off to bed early because we have a 4 a.m. start tomorrow.
To get here from Colombo, it was a 4-hour drive. We had a driver pick us up, and that was all organized with India Sunday, so thank you so much guys for that. It was a very adventurous, beautiful drive through the tropical forests and different little villages along the way. Oh my goodness grief.
That thing nearly bumped into me.
Have you ever seen a peacock in flight? Oh my, that just gave me goosebumps. That was so beautiful. This is incredible.
This is truly insane. This is insane.
How peaceful.
I'm so in love with Sri Lanka already, and it is day 2.
Welcome to the top of Sigiriya Line Rock. We were up super early, I believe it was at like 4 o'clock. Took a 20-minute drive over here from our accommodation, paid $35 each to get in here, and then we had a bit of a hike up. It took about half an hour, it was very, very steep.
I feel like Laura Croft right now. It's insanity. We are so high up. My heart is racing. Nobody mentioned how high up it is. If you're scared of heights. Anyway, we're nearly there.
And like Clary said, kind of scary. But wow, we've just watched sunrise from here, and it is so peaceful looking over these open vistas and hearing the birds down below in the canopy. Incredible. This rock was built, this rock was obviously here for a long time before, but there was a citadel built up here by the king that ruled here 1500 years ago. It's very impressive, and highly recommended you come and do this. This whole area of Sigiriya is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so it's an amazing thing to be here right now.
I don't think we're typing it up enough. It is unreal. It is unreal. It is so incredibly huge, this rock, and we are so high up. And it's just incredibly impressive that thousands of people built a citadel up here. I can almost guarantee at this point in the video you've decided you're traveling to Sri Lanka. Am I right? Great choice, because this island has so much to offer. But before hopping onto that plane, there's something you just must sort out, and that is travel insurance. The one we use, trust, and recommend is Safety Wing, and they are today's partners of the video. We've been using Safety Wing for around 6 years now, and honestly, we just don't get onto a plane without it. Sri Lanka is an incredible country, but like with every adventure destination, things can go wrong. Tuk-tuk and car accidents, food poisoning, wasp stings, twisted ankles on hikes, lost luggage, delayed or cancelled flights, even theft of your electronics. When something unexpected happens, you will wish you were covered. Safety Wing are super flexible and affordable. They offer month-to-month coverage from as little as $56 for 28 days, although you can choose the exact dates that you want coverage for. You can sign up and cancel whenever you want. We generally sign up for the Nomad Insurance Essential Plan at the airport before we board, and then we cancel when we get home. And yes, we have actually claimed from them before for an emergency dental treatment in Bali, medical treatments in India, and then they even covered our repatriation flights from Bali to South Africa at the start of the pandemic. They really came through for us on that one. So whether you're traveling for 2 weeks or 2 months, make sure you are covered. Click the first link down in the description of this video, or you can scan the QR code on the screen now to sign up for Safety Wing today, and even send this link to the people you love most in the world to make sure that they're looked after on their travels. Anyway, let's get back to Sri Lanka.
Okay, after a quick nap, of which I'm still recovering from, feeling a bit tired after the early wake up this morning, we now have a village tour, I believe, followed by a couple of hours in the Minneriya National Park to hopefully see the elephants this afternoon. So a very exciting day ahead still. This is our trusty Sri Lankan style safari vehicle for the afternoon. First stop was to take a little boat ride down the river to spot some of the colourful little creatures that call it home. We ended up seeing so many little kingfishers and even one diving in the water to catch the smallest of fish. And this weird prehistoric bird. If you know what it is, please comment down below. I saw this lizard in the tree and had to film it, one of my favorite shots from the trip. From there we went to a nearby village for lunch, but not before preparing our own coconut sambal, which is an absolute staple in this part of the world. We learned how to thresh rice to separate the grains from the stalks. This was a lot harder than it looks. And finally, Clary learned how to weave palm leaves, which is used in all the local roofing and needs to be replaced every rainy season.
We have made it to Minneriya National Park, and originally it wasn't on our itinerary, but the guests at our hotel were like, you have to do it. There's so many elephants here, so we thought, okay, why not? Went in Sigiriya. We booked it through our agency, India Someday. They organized it, and I must admit, very, very different experience to what we're used to. Granted, we've only ever done safaris on the continent of Africa and never anywhere else. There are a lot of vehicles, so let's see how this goes. Hopefully, we see plenty elephants. I must admit I am slightly nervous because I'm super sensitive to ethics and conservation, and I really hope that we aren't all on top of the elephants. I really hope it's going to be a good one. And our vehicle is so unique. How's this, hey? Our guide has taken the top off and you can actually stand and look over because you can't actually see through the front part here. Interesting, guys, interesting. Safari in Sri Lanka.
The park entrance fee is around $35 per person and the Jeep and driver hire was around $40.
Ellie! Asian Ellie, the cutest in the world. Sorry, African Ellies. So many vehicles. We've never seen this many vehicles in a national park before. Look at that. And then behind us. But it's still so beautiful, guys. There are so many elephants here.
We think it's definitely worth doing this tour, especially if you've never come face to face with these gentle, intelligent giants. We just wish the park did something to curb the number of vehicles that they allow in. We do feel the elephants were completely relaxed and didn't mind us being there, but there's no doubt this number of vehicles impedes their ability to move freely around the park.
We have now got a 3-hour drive from Sigiriya to Kandy. Kandy is a bustling city but far less hectic than Colombo. It's famous for the start of the Kandy to the Yala beautiful train ride. It's also got tea plantations as well as an incredibly interesting history. Luckily for us, we're not staying in the city of Kandy, just a bit out on a tea plantation. Welcome to a hidden gem called Mudulkelle Tea and Lodge. I'm calling it a hidden gem because it's super duper duper hidden. It was quite the mission to get up here. 3 hours from Sigiriya on winding roads through tea plantations and tropics and bumpy roads, but this place is incredible. Like, the views are insane, and we've got the cutest little glamping tent ever. Honestly, British and French colonial vibes. We've got a bed, we've got a little gorgeous table and chair area for some work. And on site they've got this most incredible infinity pool overlooking the mountains. They also offer a bunch of tours around the plantation, and they've got a restaurant on site. Speaking of, let's go get something to eat.
It's really good to be out in nature. The temperatures here are a lot cooler. We're about 1,000 meters above sea level, I hear, so excuse that, out of breath, but I'll tense a bit down the hill. We spent the rest of the afternoon enjoying the lodge and our surroundings, and the next morning we made the 1.5-hour drive to Kandy town. We started off with visiting the Royal Botanical Gardens, one of Sri Lanka's most serene spaces.
It was originally opened in 1821, and it's 60 hectares big and such a peaceful green break away from the chaos of the surrounding cities. They have plants and trees from all over the world here, and they are gigantic.
We popped in quickly at the Kandy viewpoint, offering stunning views of Kandy Lake and the Temple of the Tooth Relic down below. Speaking of the temple, this is one of the main attractions here and one of the most important religious sites in Sri Lanka, and a spiritual cornerstone of the Buddhist world. The temple houses what is believed to be the left canine tooth of the Buddha, preserved for over 2,500 years. According to tradition, the relic was brought to Sri Lanka in the 4th century AD in the hair of an Indian princess. From then on, it was seen as a symbol of royal authority. Whoever safeguarded the tooth relic was seen as the rightful ruler of the island. We'd say it's a good visit if you're into Buddhism, but honestly, we felt we could have given this one a skip.
I love tea. We're currently at the Bluefield Tea Factory. We've got 10 minutes here, quick stop, and we're going to be taught how tea is made.
Okay, this is first step, making black tea. It's called withering. It's like drying process. Withering is a process, remove moisture content in the tea leaves 40%, not 100%, only 40%.
Okay.
In normal days, withering period is 12 hours, and rainy day it's make 18 hours. Because we can't carry to use staircase, it's a shortcut.
Oh, nice, okay.
We had no idea how intricate and involved the process of tea making actually is. There are so many different steps and machines: drying, rolling, vibrating, and sorting. One particular machine here is over 100 years old, and funny enough is from Claire's family's motherland, Belfast, Ireland. Makes sense actually, since they made the Titanic there too. That was an incredibly informative quick tour here at Bluefields. Now we are going to quickly see if we can get a cup of tea ourselves, because we need that caffeine boost. What did you order?
BOPD. It's the only one that should be mixed with milk. It's the strongest black tea that we just learnt about.
Yes. It's the strongest cup of tea I've ever had in my life. Straight from the source. Wow, that's very, very good.
I actually absolutely loved that little stop. It was about 10-15 minutes, quick sticks. We learned everything about tea, and it's in such a beautiful location. This part of Sri Lanka is amazing. Even Rick was like, wait, are there any hotels that we can stay at here? Because it's stunning. There is a waterfall everywhere here. It's just incredible. And tea plantations for days. There's so many different tea plantations. We ended up going to one of the most beautiful.
Right, so we are at Nana Oya train station. We're going to catch the train to Haputale. You might be wondering, why are we taking a train when we have a driver? And that's because the train rides themselves are a tourist attraction. They are incredibly beautiful. They often take a more scenic route. That's where you can get that really cool leaning out of the train shot. Hopefully we can get an opportunity to do that. It is quite busy here. Loads and loads of tourists. Looking forward to this. It should be about 2 to 3 hours to get to our next destination, where we will be staying for 2 nights.
from Haputale. We finally made it to this little town in the mountains of Sri Lanka and also in the tea plantations. Haputale is actually known as the alternative to Yala. Like I mentioned, you can do the train from Kandy to Yala. We got off at Haputale. It's a more local, super authentic experience here, whereas Yala is more built up and touristy and apparently really crowded, so that's why our tour agency put us here. You choose which one you want to do. We just checked into our super budget-friendly and locally run guest house called Nilawin Glenmore, I think it is, guest house. And apparently they have one of the best cooking classes here, so let's go and do that now. You guys know I love a good cooking class. I'm very excited for this, especially because Sri Lankan food is the bomb. Before I go to my cooking class, I just want to share thoughts on the train. I honestly thought it would be slightly more beautiful, but we did have the clouds roll in and the weather got really poo-poo and the landscape ended up looking really dark and dulled out. The first 5 to 10 minutes though were incredible through the tea fields. We even had sun. It was absolutely stunning. So maybe to prevent that happening, I would almost suggest that you get on the train in Kandy and you do the whole spiel to make sure you've got plenty time to capture the beautiful scenes in case the weather does turn like that. Oh, and just to add, the train itself was really, really basic. They do offer food at a canteen and you can even get a beer. But anyway, on to my cooking class. Coconut Hey, there it is. So we've just prepared all of the vegetables, the chilies, the onions, the garlic, everything that's pretty much involved in making about 5 different vegetable curries. It's absolutely fantastic. We've even grated a coconut with the traditional Sri Lankan grater for our, I think it is either sambal or it's for our coconut roti to make coconut milk and coconut cream as well. This class is absolutely fantastic. We're really getting down and dirty. Check out this modern traditional Sri Lankan stove right over here. High heat, and then if you want your food to cook slower and lower heat, then you put it on this one. So this is high heat and this is low heat. Generous. This paint over here is braised up cow dung, because when it heats up, it prevents all the mosquitoes and the insects from coming. So they can leave a pot on the stove for like 2 days, and then the insects will bother the food. For our time here in Haputale, we actually had plans to visit the Lipton Seat, which is the #1 thing to do in the area, only an hour and a half away from our accommodation. You might recognize the name Lipton. Well, it's the Sir Thomas Lipton that started the Lipton Tea Company that we all know. He had huge tea plantations here in Sri Lanka and he was incredibly influential on the tea industry here. Apparently the best time to visit Lipton Seat is at sunrise, so you guys go ahead and plan that. We opted out of it because we actually have a tea plantation right behind our accommodation here. It's absolutely beautiful. We've been frolicking in there. Red went for a run, and honestly we just needed this day to catch up on some work. But you go ahead and plant the seed.
We're on this walk to the Nine Arches Bridge. It's about a 15-minute walk through the forest. We see the locals doing their rice in the rice fields below. It's so beautiful. There's a lot of bird sounds and nature. Wow, I mean, I know the bridge is going to be a good sight, but this walk is worth it alone. It's so cool here.
made it to the famous 9-arch bridge, and I must be honest, it's absolutely stunning. It's like the iconic spot of Sri Lanka. I thought it would be so much more stressful and packed than what it actually is. There's a lot of crowds on the bridge itself, but there are stairs down to the bottom here. The tea plantations, and we've just been filming here. It's absolutely stunning. There's a shit ton of smoke though. That's why I'm kind of out of breath. I can't breathe properly here, but I think they are doing it for the mosquitoes and the bees here as well. Hopefully we can catch the train going by, but otherwise this was really worth the stop. And Ella is actually really special. I actually wish we spent 2 nights in Ella. Maybe even instead of Haputale. There's a lot more to do in the area. There's waterfalls and the bridge is within walking distance, so aish.
While we take a break from our hike back up. Phew, it's very hot, I think that's why we're so tired. This bridge was built 105 years ago in 1921 by the British as well as a Sri Lankan architect, and it's about 24 meters high. And obviously the famous Ella Odyssey train that we were on the other day comes onto this bridge, and it actually stops here so you can take some pictures, which we unfortunately didn't get to do, but if you're doing the Kandy to Ella route, you can look forward to that. It's a beautiful stop. Let's get back to Ella town and maybe grab a coffee. Phew. We had a quick walk around Ella town, did some shopping, went to the Chill Cafe and had a smoothie bowl, our first since we left Bali, and a well-deserved burger. At this point we've had 10 Sri Lankan curries and we just needed some Western to balance things out a bit. Overall, like Claire said, we actually like Ella more than Haputale. Yes, it is a more gentrified, but for a reason. There is just more access to touristy things like some shopping, more comfortable stays, and good food. It definitely gives an Ubud Bali vibe.
From Ella, we've got a 1.5 hour drive to our next stop on this adventure, an absolute must on any Sri Lankan itinerary, Yala National Park. Located in the southeast region of the country, it's Sri Lanka's second largest national park and home to some of the rarest animals on earth. We stayed at a little gem called Treetops Jungle Lodge for 2 nights. It's an eco-camp nestled deep in the forest on the outskirts of Yala, and it ended up being a highlight of our entire trip. Think traditional Sri Lankan food, wild trumpeting elephants right outside camp. We just got to camp and there's 2 elephants in our camp, within our gates. Oh my gosh, this is where the magic is at. I love the safari, but I think I love this camp more. Luxury glamping tents, pure nature, and of course, morning and evening safaris. We love this experience so much that we made an entire dedicated video about it, which you can watch next. If you're looking for an off-the-beaten-path retreat in nature, you're going to want to add this camp to your list. We're camping! We're in nature! This is our favorite!
And it is pouring with rain, and it hasn't rained here in months. We brought the rain. Amazing. So remote and relaxing out here.
A hidden gem.
Sad to leave. That was really a magic stay at Treetops Lodge here at Yala National Park. 100% added to your list. Excuse the shirtless red, it's a little bit hot, so I'm looking forward to a nice tuk-tuk ride with some fresh air.
We're on our way to the beach now, but that was absolutely fantastic, honestly. Thank you guys.
We now have a 2.5 hour drive from the Yala National Park area to Hirikitiya, the beach, but we are struggling to actually get past because there are elephants blocking the road. We've seen about 10 now already. It's quite crazy.
Hirikitiya, very beautiful beach. Super beach.
Time to say goodbye to our incredible driver Zubair, who's been with us for like 8 days. Thank you so much for keeping us safe and taking us around your country and giving us all of your tips and knowledge. If you are in Sri Lanka, definitely have to use Zubair.
Ask for the band.
Ask for the band.
Hirikitiya, the first stop on this beautiful beach adventure that we're on, and we just checked into our first accommodation. It's called The Yard. And tell me why this feels exactly like Bali. I'm actually quite shocked. It's super bohemian, so cute. Our room is stunning. We've got everything we need, which is why we probably feel like we're in Bali, because there's a huge shared kitchen culture. There's even a yard. There's yoga mats and the sitting area, common areas. It's absolutely fantastic. And we're 100 meters from the beach. We're so excited to check out the beaches now. I think we're actually going to head out immediately. We put our stuff down and we're gonna go grab some lunch. Brett's feeling smoothie bowls.
Wow, just look at these vibes right now. Bougainvillea trees, tuk-tuks, palm trees, shirtless people. What a cool beach town vibe. First stop though, we gotta quickly check out this beautiful beach. Really excited to see this. Wow, surfboard hires. Hello. Definitely in love with the architecture. There's so many cute little hotels, restaurants to eat at, beach clubs right on the beach with the tropical blue water. And we've come now to Salts just for a quick light lunch. Gonna get a smoothie bowl, because I absolutely eat those all day long, any time of the day. This is a beautiful like co-living, there's a yoga studio here, cafe, everything, there's a swimming pool. It's quite a vibe. This is where Sri Lanka's surf scene meets tropical slow living. A small slice of paradise that we fell absolutely in love with. It reminds us so of the old Bali. Cozy cafes, seaside restaurants, yoga shalas, and boutique stays lining the narrow streets. It's the kind of place where people come for a few days and end up staying for weeks or even months. We definitely wish we spent more time here. By the way, we're breezing over the beach stuff in this video because we have an entire dedicated video coming up where we explore 5 of the most popular beaches in Sri Lanka, so look out for that. Today we're headed 1 hour further down the coast to Minneriya and the nearby Welligama, apparently one of the best places to learn to surf in the country. We're so excited to check it out.
Welcome to our next beautiful stay here in Welligama. This is the Aurelia's Villas and Gardens, and it's just the best. We are in Welligama, but we're on our own private beach kind of, and we're totally in nature. It's like the most perfect retreat. We drove through Welligama just now, and there's a lot going on there. This is the perfect place to kind of escape the crowds and just enjoy the nature and the beaches. There is a restaurant on site, a beautiful pool, some tranquil gardens, and it's just so lush and green. We're surrounded by birds, it's so beautiful. There are 10 villas on site and we have our own private one. Please do come and see. As you enter, we've got the little dining room reception area. To the right, we've got a lovely little lounge with a sofa and a TV just to relax and chill out. And then to the left is one of the most beautiful bedrooms of your entire life. We've got a huge stone bath that I will definitely be using on this trip because unfortunately today the weather is super miserable and rainy. We can't even enjoy the beaches right now, so this is the perfect villa to enjoy our time in the rain. But we are really hoping that it does clear up though, because obviously we're here for the beaches, we're here to learn to surf, so let's pray to the weather gods that it gets better.
Unfortunately, the weather didn't get better, so we used the time to enjoy the hotel. We ordered a lovely lunch to our villa, Clary got caught up on some sleep, we had a romantic bath and a delicious Sri Lankan curry for dinner. It was bliss.
Good morning from paradise. Look at how we are starting the day. A beautiful floating breakfast on this incredible pool overlooking the ocean, and we actually have some good weather today. We're fueling up because today's activities require it.
to Ama Surf School on Welligama Beach, and I've got an instructor, got the rash vest, the board, and 75 minutes is $20, and Clary gets to sit on a nice deck chair here. By the way, there are a gazillion surf schools along this strip, so just pick one. I went with the highest rated, but there's a couple rated 4.9. So far, pretty happy. Hopefully this goes well. Okay, so I got like maybe 10 waves, that was good I guess.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
They just threw flowers on the car.
Very, very cute, beautiful stay here at Aurelia Villas and Gardens. Now we are off to Ahangama.
We have made it to Ahangama and we're staying at this gorgeous place called Abode by the Beach. They have two properties. We actually ended up at Abode Ahangama. It's further inland. They've got beautiful pool area, grass and a gym and all sorts. We were so happy there, but we actually upgraded. We're here at Abode by the Beach, literally on the water. It's so stunning, so modern, so chic. We have a huge room, to be honest, and the bathroom is massive, and we have a climbing bathtub on our balcony overlooking the beach. It's insane. And the shower has also ocean views. Spoiled, guys. Very, very spoiled. India someday, Asia someday. You've done well.
Right, we've taken a short stroll down our road. We've checked into the abode, as Clary mentioned. Very, very beautiful place. We've done about an 8-minute walk and we've come to Hakuna Matata. Means no worries for the rest of your days. We were welcomed by Simba, the cute little dog, and we've got some ginger beer and carrot juice with a beautiful view watching the fishermen in the distance. Very, very cute little place this.
I've ordered myself a Sri Lankan curry and rice, as if I haven't been eating that for nearly every meal. And Reti ordered a tandoori chicken wrap. We've got beautiful views of the traditional Sri Lankan fishermen in the distance as well. They stand on these giant poles and I think they flick their
Doing a
fishing
bit of fly
rod.
fishing. Guys, I got an injury, bloody hell, man. Injured my groin surfing. Goodness grief. Now I'm in so much pain.
And he's burnt to a smithereens, if you can't tell.
Didn't put tank cream on. Rookie error.
Honestly.
Good morning from beautiful sunny Sri Lanka. We've got nice breakfast, we've got coffee, and we're eating on our beautiful patio. It is an incredible day today.
Wow, guys, Ahangama is really a very interesting place. I don't know exactly how I feel about it because we just got coffee and a drink at the stunning Kai, but like the entrance to it and it's really smelly, and then you get in there and it's just beauty and an awesome ocean view. So that's what I'm trying to like get to. But anyway, we're on our way to another cafe, a beautiful one, recommended by all the locals in the area. So let's go to Cactus. We are doing a bit of shopping on the way though, because there's some really cute little boutique places.
This is where all the people are. We've been wandering around in Ahangama, and every cafe and every beach club we go to is really quiet. I know it's shoulder season, but this club in Cactus is very busy. A lot of people here. I just filmed the front of the place and it kind of sums up Sri Lanka for us. At the top is an incomplete construction site, and at the bottom is a beautiful cafe.
Stunning and weird. Just, I don't know how to feel. This is such a beautiful little gem of a cafe with the most incredible ocean views and a fantastic menu. with the street. Like, what the heck?
So it actually turns out that there's not that many sandy beaches in Ahangama. We actually think the best one was right by our hotel. Ahangama is more about cafe hopping and shopping, but it's only 10 minutes from Welligama and 20 minutes from Minneriya Beach if you want to do some surfing and sunbathing. It is the perfect place to relax and enjoy your surroundings at the hotel though. This incredible. This is Abode Ahangama. So when you stay at Abode by the beach, you actually get to use their facilities. So we've come here to their incredible pool. There's actually a CrossFit box here that you can use as well, and it's just very, very relaxing. Wow, beautiful.
What a way to start the day. We're on our way to Hikkaduwa, but on the way we've stopped at this place called the Big Rasta Swing, or the Rasta Swing, and it was a 10-minute drive from Ahangama, and it was absolutely gorgeous, huge swing off the palm tree over the ocean, and Reti's gonna do it. And it was just 1,000 rupees per person. I'm thinking about it, I might do it.
Watch me, I'm all majestic. Let's go. Steady. Yeah! I got my hat on, whoopsie! Oh, yeah. Oh shit, there it goes! Yeah, that was fun actually. I think you should do it.
Is it?
Oh, it's fun.
Okay.
Back.
I need a hug.
So how do you feel?
Amazing.
Fun, eh?
I thought she was a fairy.
You went twice.
This guy's a legend. I went twice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Lots of fun.
I love it.
What a mind-blowing way to finish our time here in Sri Lanka at Tropical House Jungle Villa.
Oh, flip, this is huge.
Whoa! Just look at this incredible place. We've got this whole villa to ourselves and an incredible balcony area and the gardens and the swimming pool. There's even a volleyball net. It's insane, and it's here in Hikkaduwa. We are very excited to explore this area for our last beach stay here in Sri Lanka before we head to India. It is so peaceful here. All you hear is just birds and fountains and waterfalls or something. I just hear running water. It's amazing.
And we've gone with, of course, Sri Lankan curry and rice. And it's always similar. We've got rice, we've got papadam, we've got potato curry, dal, chicken curry, coconut sambal, I think vegetable curry or something like that. And lion beer, of course.
Of course. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hikkaduwa is usually known for its beautiful beaches and vibrant coral reef, which make it a popular spot for snorkeling, scuba diving, and of course its famous sea turtles. Unfortunately for us though, we weren't able to experience any of that as we didn't have the best weather during our stay. We spent our last day walking around the town and checking out the different beaches. To be honest, Hikkaduwa didn't leave us with the best impression, which could be due to the season that we were there. The oceans were super choppy and murky, and most cafes and restaurants were closed. But we'll dive deeper into this in our dedicated Sri Lanka beaches video coming out soon. What we can tell you is that Tropical House Jungle Villa ended up being one of our absolute favorite stays in all of Sri Lanka. It was the perfect final stop on our itinerary and conveniently close to Colombo for catching an international flight out.
We have so many thoughts on Sri Lanka. It was amazing. Nobody talks about how lush and full of life it is. Like, there's so many animals and birds and trees and plants, and it's just unreal. This little island is very special. And thank you so much to Asia Someday for making it possible. We got to stay at some of the most gorgeous properties throughout. We met amazing people. We ate incredible food. We saw so many different animals that we've never seen in our lives. And yeah, it was a special one. I think you guys should plan your trip to Sri Lanka. Honestly, 2 weeks is a good amount of time. So head down in the description, click the first link, and reach out to India Someday, and they'll plan you the perfect trip to Sri Lanka. We'll see you guys in the next one. This has been great. Goodbye.